Recently, I directed an homage to my favorite sci-fi spaceship. And it turns out, the story is much bigger than just one film. The object of my obsession came from the mind of this man, Brian Johnson, legendary visual effects artist and creator of the Eagle. 50 years ago, his team developed effects for Space 1999. I was honored to spend time with him as we discussed his iconic design. There's something about the Eagle, something that makes it unforgettable. I can't tell you how excited I was as a kid when the crew of Moonbase Alpha would jump into its awesome cockpit. Then, the futuristic craft would take off for fantastic adventures that spanned the cosmos. And throughout them all, the Eagle was the vehicle of our imagination. My journey took me to San Francisco, where I caught up with Academy Award-winning visual effects supervisor, Bill George. He showed me a custom 8-foot Eagle that he built from scratch and gave me surprising insights into the ship's origin and its influence on the movie Star Wars. But before that film ever came out, I already had my hero in space. An Eagle pilot named Alan Carter. I was truly honored to meet Nick Tate, the man behind the character. In fact, I even created a little surprise for him. The chance to sit in an Eagle cockpit for the first time in 50 years. I also traveled to Denmark to meet a man whose passion for the Eagle led to the creation of something truly incredible. Jan Venneberg spent over 4 years working to create the world's largest Eagle. I was thrilled to get the chance to help Jan and his friend put it all together. We spent over half a day assembling his Eagle, and it eventually took up residence in the place he conceived of it, his backyard. This is just a taste of the stories that await in my film, The Eagle Obsession. But now, the journey continues. Beyond the Eagle Obsession takes us on a journey to connect with Eagle fans around the world. People like Todd Morton, a man who co-created a network that connects thousands of Eagle model builders and collectors across the globe. I was amazed to see the extent of his massive collection in central Indiana. But that was just the beginning. Back home in Minnesota, I was inspired by my meeting with Brian Johnson. So, I decided to try my hand at creating new, practical visual effects shots. They weren't easy to pull off, but eventually, my team achieved something that actually felt like the original show. My travels took me to Nebraska, where I met a buddy who's a Hollywood technical advisor, and he showed me his ideas for constructing a real Eagle. Then we took a tour of a beautiful spaceship that was designed to land on the moon. I traveled to Pinewood Studios in England, where I met Jamie Anderson, son of Space 1999's co-creator, Jerry Anderson. Back in Louisville, I met the guys from Space 1999 Props and Chips, where we had a chat about our favorite spacecraft. Another element of this documentary is the contribution of fan art and collector photos from dozens of countries. And finally, I let my imagination run wild as I utilized modern special effects to reimagine a classic space battle. Beyond the Eagle Obsession is a fantastic journey and a deep dive into an enduring cultural phenomenon. Available fall 2025. Pre-order now at eagledocumentary.com.